guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome, and if you are not new, thank you for coming back for another video. So for my final video of the year, I wanted to share with you guys a new little series I'm going to be doing on the channel, obviously. And what it is a haul my stash video. So every month I'm going to look into my vast collection of makeup and choose some things that I'm going to consistently use throughout the month. And the goal with this is to encourage myself and you guys as well, all you makeup lovers, if you got a big collection, to look at what we have and use what we have and you know, not jump on every single new release, so that the things that we've purchased can get some good use. Okay, so I know we all got some good stuff in our collection that kind of gets pushed to the back when new things come out. So at least I know I do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I want to do this every month. So for January, I'm going to share with you guys in this video what I'm going to be using. And I do want to shout out Andrea Renee, because I was inspired to do this when she started doing hers, I don't know how long ago, and I never did it because I just kept piling on the new stuff. So I'm finally getting into it. So if you want to check out her stuff, definitely head over to her channel because she does them every single month. And if you're interested in seeing what products I'm going to be using throughout this month, definitely stay tuned. Okay guys, before we hop into it, I do want to let you guys know that I'm not going to stop making new purchases of makeup. I don't think that is possible for me. Well, maybe it is, I don't know, but I'm just going to be a little bit more mindful of the products that I'm purchasing and, you know, things like that. So that's the goal of this, you know, for 2019, trying to reel it in a little bit and make very purposeful purchases. Okay, so let's go on ahead and get started. And I'm going to go from the order that I applied the makeup. So for my primer this month, I'm going to be using two primers. I always use two primers. Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. All right, so I've been using this almost every day basically since I got it, I think this summer. And this is where it is. So I'm going to continue to use that this month. Also, my Hard Candy Sheer Envy Stick It to Pores Mattifying Pore Stick. Okay, so I use this in the T-zone and in my pore area to kind of fill in the pores and do some mattifying. I've had this for maybe 6 months or so, and you know, I haven't used it that much, so I want to get some use out of this and really see how it works. And so then the next step would be foundation. So I have two foundations, so I'm going to use basically have two products for each category, because I still like some variety in my, you know, routine. Even though, you know, it's a routine, I still want a little bit something to choose from. Okay, so foundation, we're going to be using the Black Up Tinted Moisturizer. I want to get some more use out of this and see how it performs over some days, so I can give some good final thoughts on that. And this is a new foundation, the Revolution Conceal and Divine Foundation. I just picked this up after Christmas. This is part of my, you know, Christmas gift. You know, I got an Ulta gift card, so I went shopping real quick, and this is one of them, one of the products that I picked up. So I'm going to be using this one. This is a nice full coverage foundation. So what I want to do is each month pick like a lighter coverage foundation and then a full coverage foundation for the days when I want to, you know, do a little bit more glam type of a look. All right, so the next thing will be concealer. And so I've got 3 concealers that I'm going to be using. First is going to be the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Concealer. Waterproof as well. Yes, waterproof concealer. This is a nice hydrating concealer, so I like to use this first to make sure I get some extra hydration for my under eyes. Then we've got the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. This was part of my Christmas, you know, shopping. So this is in the shade Cocoa, and this is a little bit more this is a little deeper than I would like to use under my eye. I can use this for spot concealing, so I do that underneath the Black Up Cosmetics Tinted Moisturizer. And then next we've got the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. This is another full coverage foundation, or another full coverage concealer. So, and this is the brightest of the 3 concealer shades that I showed you guys. So this will be nice for brightening up the under eye area. All right, and so for my liquid highlighters. This should have been after the primers because that's what I usually do these, use the liquid highlighters, but here we go. So I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty glow stick. What is this called? Matchstick Shimmer Skin Stick. The shimmery one, okay? This is in the shade Cinnamon. Very nice. It blends very nicely underneath foundation. You know, I like to use it on my cheekbones and in my highlighted areas before I apply my foundation, and it blends out very nicely, and also it layers pretty nicely on top of foundation as well. My Wet n Wild Hello Halo, okay? This is in the shade Goddess Glow, and this is a very beautiful highlighter as well if you're looking for a creamy liquid highlighter. I have used this quite a bit and I do like it. So for my powder highlighting needs, I'm going to be using I'm going to go throw real far back. The first high-end highlighter that I've ever purchased is the Bobbi Brown Glow one. What is it? Bronze Glow? Throwing it all the way back to like when I started my channel. Shortly thereafter, because I didn't have this when I first started my channel. So I wasn't spending money on makeup like that. So this is so beautiful. Gosh, it's so beautiful. And this is all people talked about, especially brown girls, you know, when a couple years ago in the beauty community. The next one is my Black Up Sublime Light powder. This is in the shade 5. It's like nice coppery toned highlighter, and it's very beautiful. So the Bobbi Brown is a nice yellow gold type of highlighter, and this one is a nice coppery toned highlighter. So got two different colors going on that I can choose from throughout the month. For my setting powder that I'm going to use under my eye this month, it's going to be the Pretty Vulgar Translucent Setting Powder, and then also the Maybelline Deep Setting Powder. So here is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Deep. They call it deep, but it's not that deep because I can use it under my eye. So here is that. The Pretty Vulgar Setting Powder is a nice cream toned translucent setting powder that I got in my BoxyCharm for the month of December. Alright, so for my pressed powder needs, sometimes I like to set my face with a pressed powder, so I'm going to be using Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in the shade Deep. Okay, so I'm going to be using this, and then I also am going to be using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Perfecting Powder, and this is in the shade 3 Dark. It isn't dark at all. Look at it. So I like to use this under my eye sometimes when I want a softer set under the eye. I don't want to bake. I don't want to be completely matte under my eye. I do like using this. And this does work all over the face as well because I just traveled with this. I forgot my other setting powder, my other pressed powder, and all I had was this to set my face. So, and it worked. Okay, so I like it, and I'm going to be using that this month. So for my finishing powder, this seems like a lot when I'm going through, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, for my finishing powder, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Radiant Light powder. And that is this right here. I got this a few months ago, and here is what it looks like. And it looks pretty pale on the camera, but I mean, hey, it is a little bit pale, but this is what it looks like on my finger. And what this does, it just gives you a nice airbrushed like finish on your face, but it adds a little bit more glow to your skin. Nothing like extreme like glittery or anything like that. It just gives a little bit more life, a little bit more luminescence to the skin. So I like using this, just buffing it into the face after I've contoured and all that type of stuff. So this is very nice. So I'm going to be using this. Definitely want to get more use out of that because it ain't cheap. Okay, and then the other finishing powder, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Glow powder, Glow Translucent Setting Powder. I'm going to be using this as a finishing powder. This is more glowy than the Hourglass, but I find that just a light press of this into your buffing brush, like a nice dense brush like this, pat off any excess on your hand, and then you can just give yourself a nice glow on the skin in the areas where you want to be highlighted or where you just want to, you know, add more glow, you know. So I'm going to be using this. So for my blush and bronzer this month, Spice Market Blush Palette. Okay, so we've got bronzer here, and then blush and highlight. So I guess I could use some of these for highlight too, but I'll probably just stick to the 2 highlighters that I showed you guys. But this will be my blush palette, or one of them. So I've got a couple blush options in there, as well as my bronzer. And if you want a full review on this, definitely check out my channel. I'll put a link in the description bar. And then I found this cute little Milani blush palette at Walgreens. These are very beautiful. We've got, do we got any matte? Yeah, we've got one matte blush here, and then the rest are more, the other 2 are more luminous. And then hopping right into contour, LA Girl powder. This is my go-to recently because I've ran out of my other contour powders. So this is a little LA Girl palette, drugstore prices, and this is in the shade Deep. So I think this is the deepest you can get, and this is a really rich, deep color. So for me, I could go a shade lighter in this palette, but I did not feel like buying another one, so I just go in with a light hand on this. And this has been my everyday contour powder anyways, so this is what I'm going to be using. This is a product that you really can't find anywhere, but this is in my collection. I want to use it up. So this is by a company called Beauty Control that is no longer in existence. And this is just a foundation powder, and the shade is N6. So yeah, this is the Perfecting Wet Dry Finish Foundation. So if you can find it, then fine, but this is what it looks like, and it's a good you know, contour powder, great contour color, and it blends out nicely. Okay, so for eyeshadow, this was very challenging, but it's so hard to choose. Like, y'all saw what I showed you guys are my best of 2018, the 2 videos that I did. Like, I have so many more palettes than what I showed y'all. But anyways, so I chose 3 palettes to choose from this month. So like I mentioned to you guys, this is one of the best affordable palettes of the year, in my opinion, that I've experienced. Okay, so this is the Desert Oasis palette by ABH Cosmetics. So I'm going to be putting this to use this month. Very nice, very everyday appropriate. All right, and for my high-end palette for the month, the ABH Soft Glam. Haven't done a video on any of these palettes I'm going to be showing you guys, so I'll probably do some looks with these for you guys to check out. But yeah, definitely everyday appropriate in this palette here. And then a palette that I've only used, I think, like a couple times. This is by Bad Habit, and this is the Divine palette. I don't know if this is supposed to be a knockoff or like a recreation of another brand's palette. I don't know. It doesn't look familiar to me at all, but you guys let me know. This is the Divine palette, and I think this is a very pretty palette. Very, very pretty. And from the swatches that I've done, and from what I remember, some of these are a lot more flaky, like in their shimmer shades, especially this one here. But for the most part, we've got good swatches coming out of this palette, good performance on the matte. So I'm going to put this to use a lot more this month. So yeah, look for something coming on this palette for you guys. Alright guys, so for mascara, I've got 3 mascaras just because I might run out, because I have mascaras, I use them, and then I get another one, and then I don't end up using all the other ones, so I might run out. So I got 3. First of all, IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, definitely an amazing mascara. So I will be using this up this month. The Essence Lash Princess Mascara. It's called the False Lash Effect. I've had it for so long the writing's running off, so this is almost out actually as well, but I do have a backup because this is a great mascara. This is some fun little cute little mascara I saw on CVS sometime last month. This is called Unlimited Mascara by L'Oreal, and so it has like a little bendy thing for you to be able to push up your eyelashes. It's supposed to give a good angle for you to like push your eyelashes up and give them more boost, you know, more of a lift. So I'm going to be using this month. I usually use black eyeliners, but sometimes I use other colors, so I hesitated on doing, you know, adding a category for this. But for my liquid liner, I know that I'm going to be using the Revolution liquid liner. I don't even know what the name of this is. It just says Revolution on it. This is a great eyeliner, like a great felt tip black eyeliner. Very pigmented, very easy to use. And then you guys already know this was in my favorites video, my Man Eater eyeliner by Tarte. This is a great eyeliner, so I will be using these, and then I'll probably use some brown liners that I have here and there. Brows, I always use the same brow products, so I don't need to haul my stash for that because the products aren't changing. So they're just going to be the same. So that's that. And then I do have for you guys for this month, for what I'm going to be using, some liquid eyeshadows. These are very great in a pinch when you're trying to hurry up, get some eyeshadow on real quick and head out the door. Elf. This is the Molten Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Liquid Gold. It's a nice yellow, pale toned eyeshadow. This is a new product from Estee Lauder, or new to me. I've never tried any of their liquid eyeshadows. I didn't even know they had them. So, but this came in a set, and so this is their Pure Envy Shadow Paint in the shade Wicked Peach. This is a nice champagne tone liquid eyeshadow shade. We have Hard Candy here. This is their Metal Glaze 12-Hour Intense Liquid Foil, and so this is more of a copper tone shade. It's called Rose Gold. And then we have two Stila Shimmer and Glow liquid shadows. This is in the shade Twig, and this is in the shade Kitten. I think I've gave myself a lot of options, and I don't know if that was the goal. I don't know if you're supposed to give yourself a lot of options, but I did. So we'll see how this goes. And let me know if you guys have any comments, questions, or anything like that on any of the products. I'll definitely be updating you guys at the end of the month. But once again, I do want to let you guys know that I'm not going to be just canceling out all new product reviews or anything like that. You will still see other product reviews on my channel, and different tutorials and things like that with new products and all that fun stuff. But, you know, when I'm not on camera, every day going to work and stuff like that, these are the products I'm going to be using, okay? So definitely stay tuned for more information on these products, and I will be talking to you guys really, really soon. Thanks for watching. See you.